right then, what is going on, everyone? Thank you so much for joining me today. So, today I want to talk about the movie Wolfman. This movie was made by Bloomhouse, and it tells the story of a man, his wife, and his daughter going to his father's cabin, and sure enough, they meet the Wolfman. Now, there are only going to be a little bit of spoilers here because I want to try not to spoil too much for y'all. I definitely want you to, if you want to see it, go see it. If you don't want to see it, I'll give you my opinion of this movie and just go from there. So, overall, I would give this movie from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, obviously, 1 being absolute trash. I would give it about a 6. I just didn't like this one too much. And, I tried. I really did. There were some things I did like about it. And as I said, I'm trying not to spoil too much because if you want to see this, go right ahead. But overall, I was kind of disappointed with the Wolfman himself. Um, I will say there were some scenes that were good, and I wish those scenes were a lot longer. Um, this cast was pretty good for the most part. We have Julia Gardner as Charlotte and Christopher Abbott as Blake. And overall, their performance, the other cast performance was okay for the most part. Um, Christopher's character, I feel like they could have done a much better version of the dad. But I get it. This is the dad they want to go to. Maybe this is supposed to be like what dads are supposed to be now. I don't know. But I feel like it could have been done a lot better. His werewolf transformation was not what I was expecting. I mean, it did look good. The final transformation when he fully turned whatnot, it did look good. Um, we do have multiple wolves in this movie. Um, I will say though that the werewolf fight scenes and the werewolf scenes itself could definitely be a lot longer. Could definitely be a little more intense. Not too intense, but a little more than what it was. I would like to see more action, but I'm an action guy, but I'm also a horror guy. Overall, the horror action scenes between us just wasn't that good. The balance felt kind of off. Um, like I said, I give it a 6. I just was kind of disappointed in how it went. I mean, I get, it's a horror family movie and whatnot, and the ending, did get me a little, but overall, I feel like this film could have been done much better. But, who knows? Maybe we'll get a second one of this. And the way they have the werewolf curse um, passed on to people and whatnot is interesting. I've never heard it in this concept before. If I have, I don't remember what movie I saw. And the transformation of the Wolfman did sort of remind me of the transformation of Universal Studios Wolfman and also an American Werewolf in London. It did have a bit of that transformation. Those of you who are big fans of those movies and remember the werewolf transformation and whatnot, and all the prosthetics they had to do and whatnot, and how it like slowly like bone snapping. It did have a little bit of that in it, which is why I'm happy that I am happy they decided to add that in there because I feel like that was good. We don't see a lot of that. The only other time I've seen something like that hasn't been in film is the TV series Being Human. But yeah, overall, this movie was okay. If you want my opinion whether or not you should go out to theaters and see it, I definitely would recommend waiting until this gets to a streaming service that you own and then watch it. Definitely don't go out there and spend your money on this movie. This is not one of the ones where you just like I gotta see it in theaters. This is the one I'm telling you guys. If you want to see it, just wait till it comes out on a streaming service. All right. So that's what I got for y'all today. Tune in next time. Later.